Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right. That's right. Take me where I wanna be. But yeah, so I basically drove today for no reason. I could have stayed my ass at home. I didn't even need to leave the house. That's nonsense. But so we should just gotta go pick that up and then you going back home. Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump on this live. I'll call you. Um, I don't know if I'm gonna wait for Rashad to go to the gym or not. I'll let you know. Okay. All right, well. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. Can y'all see my tan? I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook and YouTube live versions of So Much to Say. These are my thoughts in my voice on black shit, white shit, gay shit, and everything in between. Where you going? Where you going? Where you going? I am on my way back home, out of sight, out of mind. Said I see those edges. Hey girl, hey boy, hey. But yeah, I am back. It was so nice. Thank you, Mariah. It was so nice to get away for a few days and to also to kind of take a break from social media. You know what I mean? So it was interesting. It was really interesting on both sides of it. It was nice to kind of like decompress and just kind of like disconnect, if you will. Excuse me. But the trip was fantastic. I documented the highlights on my Patreon. For those of you that are subscribed to Patreon, you saw the video, and from the comments, you seemed like you enjoyed the video, so I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. But it was really, really nice. We got back late last night. Well, not really late, but we got back like 9:30 last night. And that was it. My friend Marvin was staying at my place before I left, and then while I was gone, because I'm looking for this, and this up here on the dashboard. I'll take this AirPod. But he's transitioning back to Atlanta. So he stayed at my house last night, and he's taking care of some stuff down here. So he left today. He'll be back in a couple weeks because he'll, got some more stuff to take care of. Because he's trying to get back to the A. Dot T said, I felt like I was there looking at the Patreon video. But, I had to step away from paidforyoursay.com as well. But Kimberly brought me back up to speed today. Kimberly Dooley brought me back up to speed. Kimberly Jones in here. She brought me back up to speed. I know some more of you have signed up. I just did a post on all of my social media, Facebook, YouTube, and my Instagram story. Actual testimonials from people who just signed up. And there's a guy, I don't know his name because I'm not in the group. Once you sign up, she puts you in the Telegram group where they're communicating by text every single day. And they're telling each other about different surveys that are coming up or whatever. And this particular person, he said he signed up for a survey and he got accepted for $425. And this is obviously an in-person one. So he is taking the day off. He's going to use a personal day to go to work. He's going to take a personal day and go to work, niece. I mean, not go to work and go to get this survey. So in other words, he's gonna double dip. He's gonna get his PTO, his paid time off, and he's also gonna get the 425 from the survey. Do you hear what I'm trying to tell you? See, some of y'all think that this is a game. Thank you, Mariah, for the super chat, niece. Thank you, niece. See, some of you guys think that this is a game, but the other people are getting to the money. Bacardi just said in the comments that he just scored a $500 sign-up fee. See, some of y'all ain't playing. See, some of y'all thought it was a game. You better find $150. Get over to paidforyoursay.com, paidforyoursay.com, niece, and use promo code Craig150. Now, I done told y'all about it before now. I ain't gonna keep telling y'all. If y'all want to keep sleeping on this money, it's scrolling at the bottom. Paidforyoursay.com, promo code Craig150. You click on the thing that says $225, but then you put in Craig150 and it takes it down. But at any rate, we do have quite a bit to talk about. I am so proud of what's my girl in the Olympics that just stepped down. She said she needed a mental day, a personal day, and she wasn't up mentally to compete. What's her name? What's her name? I can see her face. Simone Biles. Thank you. Yes, Simone Biles. I am so proud of her. Let me explain something to y'all. I have said this before. A part of taking care of yourself is telling people what you need. And that means even if you're in the Olympics and the whole world is watching, I need a personal day. That's what you need. You can't be worried about nobody else. Now, what if she had gone on out there and performed or whatever, and then weeks from now, we found out that she has some sort of a nervous breakdown, some sort of a mental breakdown. You got to, listen, you have to take agency over your own life. Don't let anybody tell you what you need. And see, this is why I say to you guys all the time, and see, some of y'all say, oh, that's just mean or that's just selfish. Fuck that. No, that's self-care. See, some of y'all say, oh, bitch, get on down the highway. All this goddamn blowing. Fuck he doing? Some of y'all think that is rude. Like my mother, she sometimes think that when my phone is ringing and I don't have the mental capacity to deal with whoever it is that's calling, like I don't want to be bothered. Sometimes it's even my mother. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know what you need. And sometimes some of your friends or family will call you and say, hey, I need a favor. And it could be your day off. You could be sitting at home not doing a damn thing. There's nothing on your agenda. And somebody could call you and be like, hey, I really need a favor. Could you meet me over at such and such? No, I can't today. And you don't have to have a reason why. It doesn't have to be, oh, well, I can't because I'm going to be over here. No, you could be sitting right at home with your bra and panty on and your hair rollers, and the answer is still no. See, I'm very clear about what I need. And see, my mother and other people say, well, Craig, that's just kind of selfish. No, it ain't. Because I'm not going to work myself to the bone. I know when I'm no longer centered. You understand what I'm saying? You got to know when you're no longer centered. I got to have all faculties. And I got to have peace of mind. And if I know I'm not up to it, or I'm going to be pissed off coming to help you, and I'm be agitated the whole time because I really didn't want to come in the first place. But see, some of you, not all, some of you don't know your name. Because see, knowing your name ain't just limited to knowing your worth when it comes to dating and love. It's also having the capacity to say, no, I don't feel like that. There's power in saying no, niece. There's power in saying no. And you ain't got to offer no explanation. Now, you ain't going to be nasty when you say it. No, you ain't got to be nasty. You ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that, niece. You just got to be like, no, I'm not available. And that's it. You don't owe nobody no explanation. I'm going to give you a story. And see, I talk about this in Book of Jewels. It's a chapter called Growth. There's a chapter called Growth in Book of Jewels. See, some of y'all playing. See, some of y'all still ain't picked up Book of Jewels because, see, y'all secretly sitting there waiting in the background for somebody to gift the book. Y'all waiting for somebody to gift the book. What you need to do is get over to CraigTheWriterStory.com and purchase Book of Jewels, because I'm telling you, there's some lessons in there. But I'm going to tell you one of the things that I say in there. When I started off as an entrepreneur, and I wasn't working a day job, and I wasn't going to work every day, and but as an entrepreneur, those of you that are entrepreneurs, you know what I'm talking about. Even though you're not going to work and you're not punching a clock per se, you still got shit to do every day. Book of Jewels is definitely available in audio. Yes, it's over there at audible.com. Type in Craig Stewart. You still got things to do, right? You still got things to do. And my mother will call me and say, hey, do you think you could do this, and this? Or one of my friends will call and say, hey, do you think you could do this, and this? And I'm like, no. Because see, what happens is people think that because you work for yourself, that your time belongs to them. No, that's not how that works. My day is not for you to be able to delegate and a lot different tasks and chores, your tasks and your chores on me. You can't visit that upon me. That's not my responsibility. Oh, I meant to check the P.O. box. I knew it was something else I meant to do today. You understand what I'm saying? And see, some of you will run yourselves ragged trying to people please. See, I don't suffer from that. I don't suffer from that. And no, I'm not coming to get copper. That's Carlton's mother. I just got off the phone with him. He said he's coming to get copper this evening. But like sometimes you have to say no because you need to get centered. You understand what I'm saying? You know how like sometimes when it feels like you're giving from a cup that's not completely full because you need to recharge your batteries. You know how you got to recharge your batteries sometimes? And so sometimes you have to sit still. You can't be running around and running errands for everybody and trying to be everywhere, trying to go eat whatever, all of your friends. Every time somebody calls and say, hey, you want to meet for drinks? Hey, you want to meet for dinner? No. Sometimes the answer is no. Sometimes you just need to sit at home in your bathrobe and Twitter. You got to get centered. But see, some of y'all burn the candle and both ends of the stick. But see, I don't suffer from that. So anyway, I was proud of Simone Biles for, here we go. Here's the thing that I would say about it. I almost think that Naomi Osaka, the tennis player, I almost think that she set the precedence for Simone Biles doing this. I don't know if you guys watched Naomi's docuseries on Netflix. What's up, Curtis Sessions over there in Tennessee? But here we go. Sorry. But Naomi Osaka's special on Netflix, it's like a 3-part docuseries. It's pretty good. It really is eye-opening. But there was a moment when all of this Black Lives Matter stuff was happening and a lot of black people were getting killed. And she's Japanese because she was born in Japan, but she is a black woman and she acknowledges her blackness. But she is a Japanese because she was born in Japan, people. But she took a day, and this is the first time, I think it was during the U.S. Open. But she took a day. She said that she was not going to play. She needed a day. And it was to acknowledge what was happening, and she needed to wrap her brain around it. So that happened with her. So I'm wondering if Simone Biles felt empowered by that, to be able to do that for herself. But, whether you playing in the Olympics or you playing wherever, you got to be able to know. Like sometimes some of y'all sitting at home, it was the French Open. Sometimes you got to sit at home. Sometimes you can't go to work. And some of y'all be full of shit. Y'all just don't want to go to work. So some of y'all be full of shit. But sometimes you just got to have a mental day. You understand what I'm saying? Especially if you can't afford to just take a quick little vacation somewhere. Go and pack a little bag and go stay at a hotel in your city. You understand? Sometimes you just need a a change of environment, a change of scenery. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you very much. Hey, girl, hey. Sometimes you just need a change of environment. You know what I'm saying? Do something different, out of the ordinary. And I'm definitely a proponent for that. Those of you who may not have traveled internationally yet, Jamaica is one of those easy trips. It is international, but it ain't about a 2-hour flight from Atlanta. So that's a nice that's a nice quick trip. That's a nice quick trip, right? It's easy to get to. If you haven't traveled out of the country yet, my suggestions for first time out of the country type trips would be like Jamaica. It would be like Cancun, depending on where you are in the world. It's a quick flight from California. It's not a bad flight from Atlanta also. For those of you who about to say the Bahamas is a part of the United States, okay? Some of y'all didn't do too well in geography. But and same thing with Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is U.S. territory. You do not need a passport to those two places. You don't need a passport to Cancun or the Bahamas. But let me tell y'all something about Jamaica. Jamaica was not playing with this COVID stuff. Let me explain something to you. When we came off that plane, and we were walking through, it was given very much so. You had to have your mask on. First of all, when you got on the plane, you had to keep your mask on the entire time. And then when you got off the airplane, you still had to have your thing on when you were walking through the airport. But as soon as you walked into the airport, they took your temperature and they sprayed your hand with sanitizer. And this one man, he was ready to spray my hand. I said, "Sir, I just came out of the restroom. I just peed." He said, "But I need to spray your hand again." And so they sprayed my hand again. But yeah, they weren't playing. I mean, they were really serious. You had to have your paperwork showing that you had gotten a negative COVID test. And then they had a form that you did your declaration form online, which we had done, where you declare everything, how long you're going to be there, and this kind of thing. So, I mean, it was very, very smooth to a degree. But I'm going to tell you, them black people in Jamaica, them black Jamaicans ain't no different than black people over here in the United States, like us. Standing around, ain't working. We're standing at the airport waiting for them to help us, and they just stand there huddled up talking to each other. I'm like, ma'am, can we here on vacation. We trying to get out of the airport. Can you please, can y'all finish our conversation later? They just stand there like they all on break. So anyway, that was that. Oh, let's talk about the baby real quick. I saw his apology. Well, it wasn't even an apology. He was basically, did y'all see my sunglasses? I didn't have more when I came on the line, did I? My cool shades. Look at my little shade. Let me start with my shade. But listen, he didn't offer an apology. What he did was he came on, posted a video, and he started talking about, he was trying to explain what he meant by, if you're in the audience and you don't have HIV, put your phone light up in the air. If you weren't sucking dick in the parking lot, put your phone light in the air. Hey, Elmaria. If you're a woman and your pussy smell like water, put your phone in the air. What kind of ignorant shit is that? That is so offensive on so many levels. First of all, it's offensive to women. Then it's offensive to anybody that's HIV positive. He said something about if you a fella. He said if you a dude or a guy, and yeah, fellas, if you weren't sucking dick. Yeah, he said fellas if you weren't sucking dick in the parking lot. But so basically, you've attacked the gay men, talking about if you weren't sucking dick in their parking lot. You have offended women, and then you're talking about people with HIV. And need I say that HIV doesn't just impact people that are LGBTQ? Because if you look at recent studies, Black women are contracting HIV faster than anybody. I'm gonna say it again. Black women are contracting HIV faster than any other demographic. And please don't think that it's because of men on the DL. But the fact that he made these comments, like, what is that to say? Like, if I was a gay person living with HIV in that audience, I would really feel offended. All I kept thinking, Carlton actually came across the story when we were in Jamaica. We were still in Jamaica. And he was telling me about it. And then I saw his apology or whatever today. But the truth is, if I was in that audience, I would have definitely felt away. I would have felt really, really attacked. I would have felt judged. It may have played on some sort of an insecurity that I may have about being HIV positive. If I was, for the people that are not listening in the back, no, I'm not HIV positive. You know, but some of y'all be hearing pieces of what y'all be hearing pieces of what you want to hear. But I would have been offended. You know what I'm saying? Some things I just don't think you should say. Especially when there's a crowd of people that have come to see you. They've spent their money to come see you, and to say things that are offensive like that. And then he brought out Tory Lanez. Now, you know, y'all haven't even really gotten over the fact that Tory Lanez shot Megan Thee Stallion in her foot. Y'all haven't even gotten over that fact. And so then you bring him out in the audience. But let me go back a second, because I want to underscore this part about Black women being the fastest growing demographic right now with respect to HIV. Because a lot of times it's easy for people to say, oh, that's because all these men are on the DL and, you know, they over there messing with guys, and then they coming over here and having sex with women. According to the CDC needs, according to the CDC, and you go over to cdc.gov, .gov once we're done here, and you can look this up. But according to the CDC, the majority of the occurrences of women getting infected by men, it's not from men that are DL. It's from men that are in relationships and only have sex with other women. It's all of that loose sex. It's all of that loose sex that's happening out here in these streets. Amen. I got family members. I'm sure you got family members that have babies, daddies, plural. They got 2 and 3 and 4 different babies, daddies. Ain't nobody said nothing about their condom. All they caring about is pregnancy. Yeah, you know, such and such is pregnant again. I got cousins whose children have multiple children. It's terrible. It's terrible. It really is terrible. It really is. It really is a people disease. It really is. And it's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. This is why you have to protect yourself at all costs. At every turn, you got to listen, especially for those of you, men and women, when you're in a relationship with somebody and you know that Negro is cheating and you know y'all not using condoms, you know that condom need to come on back into play. Or either you need to stop having sex with him. Period. But see, some of y'all, you will know he's cheating, but will continue to have, and that's not just to the women. I said men or women. You'll know that they're cheating, and you'll continue to have sex with him without a condom. Because in the back of your mind, you're like, well, he's still paying the bills. And that's just gross. That's nasty. And then you got coronavirus. And what if he bring you HIV and corona? You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to be careful. You really have to be careful. And don't think that just because you're in a relationship or because you're married that you don't have to worry about it. Let me say that again. Just because you're in a relationship or because you're married doesn't mean that you don't have to worry about it. Doesn't mean that you're immune. Doesn't mean that you listen. I'm trying to tell you. I gotta put a little lip therapy. Let me tell you what I watched over on the plane, though. I watched it on the plane down and on the way back. When I tell you I watched The Upshaws on Netflix with Wanda Sykes and Kim Fields and Mike Epps, when I say I laughed out loud on that show, I said to Carlton, because Carlton's aunt came down for his, I remember we did the party for Carlton's birthday, right? And so his aunt on his dad's side came down, and they stayed for a couple of days after the party. And so she ended up watching the show. I wasn't watching. I heard it on in the room or whatever, but I didn't watch it. When I tell you I watched it, and I told Carlton, I said, this shit is funny. When I take, and I'm not even a big fan of Wanda Sykes. I'm not even a big fan of Wanda Sykes, but when I say she had me laughing in this show, between her and Mike Epps, I was on the floor. Look, the lady beside me on the plane kept looking. I'm like, girl, what you looking at? I got my AirPods in. You can't even hear this. Now, if you offended because I'm in here laughing, because I was falling out on that plane. Do you hear me? That Wanda Sykes and Mike Epps play off of each other so well. Kim Fields is good too. She's good too, but she didn't have a lot of the funny lines, but she was good. She's good in the show. But I mean, it's just a good series. It really is. And I can tell that Wanda Sykes is definitely an EP on the project because the son is gay. And was it somebody else gay on the show? No, I think it was just the son. The son is the only one that's gay. And so the way that they ease in different conversations about Black men and their fragile masculinity and all that kind of stuff, it was really good. It's a good series. I can't wait for season 2. The kids on there cursing, which I like because, and I don't mean like the baby cursing, but like one of the girls, she's in high school. And I think that it is appropriate. She was like, bitch, like she said bitch to one of her little girlfriends. But that's realistic because y'all badass kids cussing in high school. They cussing right now. Some of them cussing at y'all. I said some of them cussing at y'all. But no, it's funny. It is so funny. But it's a really, really good show. So if you have not watched The Upshaws on Netflix, you definitely want to watch it. It is hilarious. And the reason it's funny is because, again, I remember when I was a kid, I used to cuss. I didn't cuss in my neighborhood, though. Remember when you were young, you would cuss around the corner or in other people's neighborhood just in case one of the adults from your street was in earshot and you wouldn't get caught, because I would curse when I was in another neighborhood. I never cursed on my street or around the corner. I had to be in a whole other community to cuss because I couldn't take no chances. But that show is funny. Do you hear me? Funny. What else is going on in the world? We talked about Simone Biles. We talked about the baby and his retarded ass. Some of y'all still mad about the whole Kevin Samuels thing. I just don't understand why we trying to cancel him. You got free speech and everybody should have free speech and da-da-da. My thing is not so much about his free speech. My main thing is, and I thought I was very clear when I said this before and when I posted it on my Instagram, my main thing is the multiple Kevin Samuels that will pop up as a result of him. It's not so much about him per se. To me, it's bigger than him. It's about all of the men who will take note from him and start recreating other Kevin Samuels. That's my whole point. And I just think that it's toxic. I really do think that it's toxic. And we have to do a better job of watchdogging the Black community. Like oftentimes, I had this conversation with somebody the other day. I don't know if it was Derek J, but we have to do a better job as a Black community of holding each other accountable. Because whenever somebody Black stands up and tries to hold us as a community accountable, we attack that person. Like when Monique stood up and said something about y'all want these damn bonnets on. And she didn't say you couldn't wear it at your house. I'll even take it to your front porch or to the mailbox, even though that's tacky too. But girl, y'all in Walmart, y'all in the airport, Y'all in the grocery store, in pajamas, bonnets, and then you ain't got on no bra. Now I'm okay with y'all not having on a bra, but what I'm saying is you ain't got on no bra and you got on the bonnet and you got on the pajamas and you got on slippers. And then got the nerve to get up to the register, not register. Then got the nerve to get up to the register and want to pay with food stamps. Stop walking around and being a stereotype. All in the hospital. Stop walking around being a stereotype. But anyway, but when somebody black stands up and holds us accountable, we don't want to hear it. We all want to lash out at the black person. No, sometimes we need to step back and say, you know what? He on to something. You know what? She's on to something. You understand what I'm saying? And then what happens is so many black people say, well, we need leadership. We need black people to do this and da-da-da. But then when a black person who makes it, quote unquote, or has a platform, and then they reach back to try to say, well, hey, this is what needs to happen. Y'all don't want to hear it. Oh, he think he better now. Oh, she made some money now. Now she, you understand what I'm trying to tell you? Nee, stop taking everything personally. Sometimes, and see, sometimes when you take it personal like that, and you all and y'all attacking Monique, oh, who she thinks she is, and you know, she's sitting here in a bathrobe, but Nee, she was at her house talking to y'all with her bathrobe on. But my point is, when it stings, sometimes the truth can be so pure that it stings. If it stings you, then you probably need to take a look at yourself and say, you know what? She right. You know what? He right. Maybe I should step back. Maybe I shouldn't go to out in public with my bonnet on and no bra and slippers and my Snoopy pajama pants. At least that's tacky. And it's not just for the ladies. You Negroes that are walking around outside with these wife beaters on and these do-rags and your pants hanging out, and I can see your underwear. You understand what I'm saying? That's just as tacky too. And here's one of the things that I really do want to have a conversation with black men. This is definitely gonna be one of those gay like me conversations. Niece, we're still working diligently over here in the backgrounds. Okay, we're still working diligently over here in the background with the Gay Like Me Conversation show. I definitely want to have one of those conversations with. I want to do like a town hall with black men, but on one side, gay and bisexual men. On the other side, straight black men. Hey, Marsha Elliott. Hey, girl. Hey. And I want to have a conversation because I really do think that there's a lot that black men, black straight men, can learn from black gay men. And I know some of y'all watching. I know some of you straight men are watching. It's okay. It don't make you gay to watch this. It doesn't. But I think that there are some things that we can teach you about how to move and navigate through the world. Because, and I'm gonna make it real plain. Because if you think about it, and this will go all the way back to elementary school. This goes all the way back to elementary, right? Thank you, Crystal Cephas. This goes all the way back to elementary school. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to think about when you were in elementary school, when you were in grade school. Who were the people in school in those classes making the best grades? It was girls and the little gay boy. We had the best grades. Amen. It was either a gay boy or a girl that had the highest grades. I don't care how you slice it. And what happens is, this is just my analysis. I personally believe that a lot of gay men excel in education. We excel in our careers. We make more money than black straight men. Watch this. Black gay men make more money than black straight men. See, this is the teaching that's going to happen at this town hall that I'm talking about. Because we've figured out how to navigate through the systems of racism in this country in a way that black straight men haven't. See, most of you, I'm talking to you black straight men, most of you think you know it all. Can't nobody teach you nothing. Black women can't teach you shit, and you don't want to learn from us because you think it's too gay to get too close to us. Amen. Amen. And so there's some things that we can teach you, but you got to be open to learning. And not only can we teach you how to move through the world, but we can also teach you how to love a woman, how to appreciate and honor a woman. Because most of you women that have a black gay, well, it don't even have to be black. Most of you women that have a gay friend, a gay male friend, you know how we take care of y'all. You know how we love on y'all. You understand what I'm saying? We can teach that to some of these straight Negroes. But the other thing is, I think that, because I dropped my point, I think that gay men excel in education, in our careers. We typically make more money than black straight men. We have beautiful homes oftentimes, because it's almost like we usually have our hair cut, dressed impeccably, skin is usually great, teeth usually great, not always. Body is usually in shape, because I think psychologically, gay men feel as if I can be perfect in every other aspect of my life, there's nothing that no one can say to me except you're gay. But look over here. Most drive great luxury cars. You understand what I'm saying? We're generally perfect in every other way. And I don't mean perfect literally, but we're generally perfect in every other way. But a lot of times, black straight men can't get it right. Black straight men can't get it right, because sometimes they're hard-headed and can't nobody tell them nothing. Can't nobody teach y'all nothing. Y'all think y'all know it all. And then you want, when women try to explain something to you, you want to mansplain to them. But I want to do this conversation, this town hall between black gay men, black gay and bisexual men, and black heterosexual men. Because I just feel like there's a divide there that really could be, that we could really shrink, that we really could shrink a bit, you know? And I'm sure there's some things that we can learn from them as well. But ultimately, black gay men navigate this world, this country, a lot better than straight men do. We tend to be entrepreneurs. We tend to have our own businesses, or climb the corporate ladder in a way that black straight men haven't been able to. So, yeah, but that's one of those conversations that I definitely want to have. Was it something else I wanted to talk to y'all about? I told y'all about paidforyoursay.com. See, some of y'all sleeping. It's scrolling right here, paidforyoursay.com. See, some of y'all that came across $150 19 times since the first time I talked about this. You done made excuses. You done went down to Forever 21, and you went to Rainbow, and you went to Starbucks, and to the Apple Store. You done went to Target. You done went to Big Lots, and Walmart, and you done sat down and crossed your ankles at 19 restaurants because you're trying to be fancy. You done had martinis at this place, and then you ran over here. You done sat at the hookah lounges. You done spent $150 19 times. You at City Trends. You down at TJ Maxx and Marshalls and Ross, Dress for Less. You down at the Whole Foods, at the Kroger, the Aldi's, the Dollar Tree and Family Dollar. You at all these places. You over on Amazon right now. You over here on Amazon right now. You at Gallows. Do Gallows still exist? Is Gallows still in existence? You spending money on everything but yourself. Oh, thank you, Tanny Joy. Tanny Joy says she sent the little Cash App. Hey, niece. Oh, it might have been Zelle. And look, and I see all you people that didn't signed up and made all this money over there with paidforyoursay.com. Ain't sent me no thank you or nothing. But it's okay, because see, God will take care of me. The universe, see, it may not come from you, but see, the universe always provides. Amen. Because see, it's the law of reciprocity. What you put out, it has to come back. It may not come back from the person that you blessed, or the person that you hurt. But that energy is coming back. See, Rhonda over there on Amazon now. Ain't even signed. Instead of typing in Amazon.com, she could have typed in paidforyoursay.com. But see, she done went over there and gave that white man some more money. And you saw what he did with his money. He took his ass out in space the other week. He done took his ass out in space the other week with some of his white friends. He ain't even had a decency to take somebody black and Hispanic. He didn't even diversify the crew. Not that I would have took my black ass up there. But I'm just saying, you could have gone over to paidforyoursay.com and you could have signed up with promo code Craig150. Wait, what's she saying? Craig, I did a survey all about you yesterday for $100. They asked about my favorite influencers on social media. All right. I'm telling y'all, it's so many different types of surveys. It could be anything. It could be a television show. It could be banking. It could be panty liners for women. It could be anything. It could be anything. I'm telling you, these are just basically the market research companies are paying you for your opinion because different brands are different. It could be cranberry juice, Ocean. I did one for Ocean Spray. They want your opinion on how to market to you and to other customers. And so they're paying you for your opinion. This is free. Excuse me, this is legal shit. This is legal shit. And see, some of y'all so scary because see, y'all didn't sign up to too many people's GoFundMes. They done told y'all somebody died or they had a house fire and they took your money, they done ran over to the City Trends. But see, I'm telling you, this is legit. This is how you make some money, niece. Some of y'all might owe the IRS. You could pay the IRS with this money. You can pay the IRS with this money. See, G. Davis said I did one on I'm doing one now on frozen foods. I'm telling you, they got alcohol studies for all of the people that love to drink. I bet if they do one for them damn hookahs, y'all be signing up. They do one for them hookahs, you'll be able to sign up. They do one for them edibles, I'll be right there signed up. Yeah, what kind of edibles? We took our edibles over to Jamaica. I can tell you they're going to be back now. But see, ours look like candy. And you take them out of the package, niece. I shouldn't probably be telling y'all this. But you take them out of the package, you put in a little Ziploc bag. Now, don't be taking that baked goods and shit because them dogs might sniff that shit out and have you locked up. You don't even make it past customs. But at any rate, some of y'all done came past $150 so many times. The thing is, you're going to make that $150 back quickly, niece. Quickly. Hell, you got people that were seated over in the GED section. They making money now. They couldn't figure it out at first. You know, some people challenge on the computer. Some people challenge, and they, you know, even though Kimberly Jones is over there hand-holding and teaching people, she over there hand-holding and teaching. You know, some people still need a little special help. You know, they had GED, they had DEC when I was growing up in middle school and high. They had DEC. You don't know who was sitting in what departments need. So some people need a little extra. Amen. Thank you, Anthony Brown Show. You know, some people, you know, need a little extra push. You know, but see, some of y'all here, y'all buying new sunglasses, buying clothes that you know you can't fit because you know. You didn't sign up for Weight Watchers. So, hell, speaking of that, some of y'all got gym memberships coming out of your bank account every month. You done paid $150 19 times. But you won't even go over here and sign up for Paid for Your Say. It's scrolling across the bottom, niece. And some of y'all still be emailing me. Talking about, I went to Pay for Your Say. Well, niece, you got the wrong word. I said paid, not pay. It's paid, past tense. Paid for your say.com. My girl said she had to pay the HVAC man $250. See, you don't even blink when it ain't your money. See, this is free money, niece. That's right. You go ahead and pay with that. You pay the HVAC man with that. But, you know, some of y'all went out here and y'all dyed your hair blue. Y'all done spent all that money on that. And, you know, you went and got $300 braids, $500 weave, or $1,000 weave, however much they cost. You could be paying for them weaves and stuff with this Paid for Your Say money. They just sent me $275. I had two surveys. One was for $125 and the other one was for $150. $275, and I got one coming up on August 3rd. It's for $400. I'm trying to tell you. I'm gonna stop telling y'all eventually. Craig, someone asked you what? Yeah, somebody was like, I went to payforyoursay.com, but I can't find it. It's not coming up. I don't know, because you typed it in the wrong word. It's paid. PAIDFORYOURSAY.com. Niece, I'm trying to help you. I don't get nothing from this. I'm trying to help you. Amen. I know times are hard. Times are hard, niece. Coronavirus affected a lot of people. Listen, Jay Racine said I got a check for today for $175. I'm gonna need $17.50. Jay Racine, I'm just playing. I'm gonna need $17.50. But you know, like, and it's so sad. It really is sad when you think about this. Plane tickets are really expensive now. But see, I didn't, like my girl Stacy just said, I didn't really flinch when we had to buy our plane ticket for Jamaica, because we used a paid for your say survey. Carlton and I, we did one together. It was $600. It was $600. My girl Jay Racine said, no, that goes to Patreon. I'm subscribed over to Patreon. That's your money right there. I know that's right. Get me together. But we did a survey and it was $600. So we paid for that. You understand what I'm saying? So it kind of balanced out for us. So we only had to pay for the resort. But my point to you is they're coming up on plane tickets. They're coming up on rental cars. Because, you know, wasn't nobody renting no car during the pandemic. So they charging $400 and $500 for rental cars. Where normally you could have got that thing for $175, $200. Like, it's insane. It's insane. And it's just, it's really sad. Because it's like we all were affected by it. So y'all going to tax us by charging us more? Shawnette said she was hoping she was going to run into me. Marsha, are you asking me what is paid for your say? Or are you asking me what somebody was asking me? I may have misunderstood you. Paid for your say, I don't know if this is what you were asking, but I'm just going to explain it. Paidforyoursay.com. It's scrolling across the bottom. It's paidforyoursay.com. When you get over to the website, there's a link that says sign up for $225. You're going to click that, but where it asks for the promo code, you're going to put in Craig150, and it's going to take $75 off. You're only paying $150 to sign up. Now, I know that might be a lot for some people. Some of y'all, that ain't nothing to some of y'all. Don't even that. This ain't the IRS. This ain't the IRS. You can tell me. I know some of y'all got $150. Some of y'all got $150 stashed right down here in your bra. But I know some of you, it's like, ooh, that's $150. That's a lot of money. What I'm telling you is, this is not a gamble, though. You're gonna make that $150 back, plus so much more. There's so many people in here. If you're in here, you've made money. Let these people know. This is not a gimmick. Most of the surveys pay $125 to start. Most of them. So you're gonna make your money back right away. But the point is, there are a lot of different companies that are out here that need your opinion. You know how, like, you go to some, you know how there are secret shoppers that go out there to eat at different restaurants, and they, you know, well, this is kind of similar to that. So there are, my girl over in I think this is my girl over in Dubai that's been making money too, and she out of the country. She in Dubai. But what I was saying was, there are a lot of companies. Rita, what are you asking me? What is Rita at? Kimberly Dooley. Rita may be one of those people that need extra hand holding. But there are companies that are like cigarette companies. There are, Marsha said she signed up last week. There are cigarette companies. There are car companies. There are appliance companies, grocery, a lot of things, snacks. And they basically are trying to figure out how to market to customers. And so you answer like these market research questions to qualify to even get in the survey. But Kimberly, who started paidforyoursay.com, she's a master at it. She knows how to do it. She's been doing it for years. She and I used to work together at a home auction company, right? I know her in real life. And she and I used to work for a home auction company. This was years ago. This was before I was even doing lives and all that other stuff. And she put me onto it then. And that's when I started doing it. And I said to her, I said, girl, you're so good at this. You need to start a business. Well, here she is, however many years later, she done started a business and she teaching people how to do it. So basically, when you sign up for the $150, she teaches you how to answer the questions. She gives you the list of all of the different market research companies that are paying. See, Jay Racine said the courses are amazing. They're very simple. So even if you weren't good in school, you can get past these. She's a focus group expert. So basically, they looking for focus groups to give them feedback on how to market their products and how to gain customers. And so basically, they pay you for your opinion, but you're paying to sign up because she has the intel, she has the knowledge, she has the resources, and she's going to tell you how to do it. And once you pay that 150, it's a one-time thing. It's a one-time thing. She does Zoom calls to support you. She has 3-minute long videos. They aren't longer than about 3 minutes. She has videos on there to teach you how to answer the questions. They have a text message group. And she ain't giving you, and when I say text message group, I mean it's that text message group that y'all were using when we did that Cash App pyramid. I know I ain't the only one that did it. The Cash App thing is called Telegram. It's called Telegram, and they're in there. That's the screenshot that I posted on all of my social media before I came on this live. That was somebody in the Telegram group telling them how he just earned $425 to do a survey. But they share different things in there. But you can't get in the Telegram group unless you pay the $150 because they're talking specific stuff. And if you haven't paid, they're not giving it to you for free means. But this is the thing. Don't be selfish with the information. This is really one of those things that you can have your children doing, especially them kids that don't want to work summer jobs, especially those kids that you may not want them to work because they're in college, but they can do these little market research surveys and make $200, $300, $500 a month, whatever it is, extra money that you ain't got to send them. Like, think outside the box. Don't think just for yourself. Your sister or your brother or somebody may be having a hard time. This is something simple and easy to do to make money. And you don't even have to leave your house. That's all I'm going to say about that. Go over to paidforyoursay.com. You will not be left out there. See, it is worth $100. See, Taylor got in when it was $100. It's now $150. I told y'all she usually charged $225. You need to go on and sign up and stop playing. But at any rate, if you have questions, go over to paidforyoursay.com. Don't go over to CraigTheWriterStewart.com. Don't go emailing me. Go to flood her inbox. Go over to paidforyoursay.com. Don't email me, niece, because I'm going to forward it to her. Some of y'all emailing me. All I know about is CraigTheWriterStewart.com and my 4 books, the merchandise, and whatever else I'm selling over there. I don't know nothing about Paid for Your Say. Okay, they asking me questions like I know. Now, I done referred them to Kim 19 times, and they still emailing me. I don't know, niece. That's her business. But here's one thing for sure. I don't refer people that I don't trust and people I don't believe in. You're not going to lose your money, niece. You have my word on that. You're not going to lose your money. Just go over there. Take a chance on yourself. Take a chance on yourself. This is legit legal money. It's legal money, niece. I'm trying to tell you. But anyway, I got to go in here and check this P.O. box and see what's in here. Because, sometimes y'all be sending me little stuff. And what in the world? I was going to turn this camera around, but see, y'all going to say I was body shaming. I'm not going to do that. But see, this is what Monique was talking about right here. She going into the post office. Girl, where are you going with this on? A disgrace. A disgrace. Anyway, niece, you guys have an amazing night. You guys have an amazing day. What is today? Today is Wednesday. I don't know if I'm coming back on here tonight, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll see how I feel. All right. You guys have an amazing day. Thank you for being here. And I miss you guys too. Bye.